All right, winner, chicken dinner. Let's see what we got. All right, as soon as this loads, then should be able to figure out if I'm sideways still or not. You're sideways! Okay, there we are. I'm not sideways. Neat. Looks good. Hey man, been a bit, but I'm still here. Glad to see you are too. Old prepped father. Good to see you, bud. Rad shirt, man. I got this shirt in Mineral Wells a year or so ago. I'm a big Bigfoot fan. Also, if you hear me picking it, come on, internet, be proficient. If you hear me sucking on my teeth like an old man, it's because I just ate some homemade egg rolls. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, let's see, let's see. Firearms, nice to see you, bud. He's real and he's out there being tactical and all that. Who, Bigfoot? Oh, yeah. He's got a little tiny hairy wiener. That's why nobody can find him. He's embarrassed. All right, guys, y'all let me know if you can still hear me and all that. My computer's kind of being dumb at the moment. Our internet, I don't know if it's the weather or usage or what, but it's been kind of on the struggle bus today. Can hear you just fine, looking good, 5x5, man on my end. So I had no plans to really do a live today. I just got through finished. I just finished editing the video for this Sunday, and I still got to work on the thumbnail and all that stuff. And I figured, what the heck? I haven't done a live stream in a hot minute. I always love talking to you guys, chatting it up. Usually I'll throw in some random topics, but what's going on with y'all? Y'all let me know. while I get my metadata plugged in. What do y'all want the title of this one to be? I'll title it whatever y'all want. Let's call it Bigfoot has a small baby. Sasquatch is real. Is that what y'all want to call it? Waiting on word if my union is going on strike. Loved that dog video, far outside the normal conversation, but good to think about. Man, I had a lot of fun in that video. A lot of weird stuff happened in that video as well. A lot of spooky stuff was going on in the woods. Um, Not sure if the union going on strike is good or bad. I've never been in a union, so you'd have to fill me in on that. I'm off tomorrow. It's my birthday. I'm gonna do a review on an M9A3. Look out. Well, happy birthday. I got small people wandering around. I'm live right now. What's up? What's up? What's up? You want me to read to you?
Hello.
I'll come in there in a little bit.
My book's got this.
Civil War on Sunday. Oh, that's cool. Go away. Let me catch up. Let me catch up. Oh, I haven't been in any union, but maybe in the Confederacy soon. Yeah, for real. Um, M9A3. Are you talking about the Beretta? The one they took to the military trials? If so, I would very much watch that. Those guns are sick. Boeing. I might get to live off the preps for a bit. Small scale SHTF for the family, but that's how we plan and stay self sufficient. Oh, yeah. Definitely, dude. I feel like between now and November, um, even the company that I work for, you can see it pretty much across the board before the election. All these big companies are starting to kind of turtle up. They're pulling in all their extremities and they're consolidating all their resources and money and stuff like that because nobody knows which way it's going to go. And then they have no clue as to the civil unrest that's going to pop off. That food stash comes in handy a lot. Oh, yeah. I've been tapping into my rain barrels quite a bit. Kind of hit a. It's not been super hot here, and it's not like drought worthy, but we just haven't gotten rain in a hot minute. So I've been watering the chickens and the dogs with the rain barrels. But I am thankful to have that. Goliath Killers is live. Bigfoot has a small wiener. Oh. Paste. Playlists. Live streams done. Y'all stick with me just a second, guys. Change the saved. All right, cool. Let me catch up. Very same, but it has an optic mount. Oh, for the M9. The video that we did a couple of weeks ago, the one I just finished editing, good buddy of mine. He's not super well versed in gear and prepping and all that stuff, but he does enjoy firearms and Second Amendment stuff. And pretty much all he's been rocking right now is like an M9A1, like no light rail, no nothing, just like Gen 1 M9, which is what I carried in when I worked in Waco. But yeah, he's definitely switching over to the tactical world as far as just all the force multipliers that you can throw on your gear to really change the game up a bit. I like working with really open-minded people. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this. Let's go down here. Ain't too much here in the border. I think that's why our summer has been so pleasant, is in May, the end of May and the beginning of June, like that's all it did. It rained every single day. I mean, there was flooding everywhere, and it sucked for some places, but I think that had to do with why July and August was very relatively tamed here in Texas as compared to last year. So I'll take it. I'll take that back as far as the union stuff goes, Prep Father. Um, I was a part of one when I worked at the nuke plant, and it was a pain in the ass. Belongs to my brother. He bought because of the Resident Evil games. Ha 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 ha. That's funny. I've actually never put my hands on the A3. Is it the A3 or the A4 that the went to military trials? M9A. Oh, A3. No, yeah, that is. I've actually never put my hands on one of those. I'd very much like to, though. I think those Berettas with the aftermarket compensators that you can get, that they're scalloped with the slide and the barrel, they look freaking sweet. It's one of those guns though that like I think it looks better with irons when you throw a red dot on it. Unless it's like a super tiny red dot, it looks odd. Work on your body and your mental well being. Heck yeah, dude. We all need to do that right now. I know that we're spread out pretty much a good ways here on this channel. But man, if anything ever pops off, if the election goes south, uh, if y'all can get to Texas and get to the Fort Worth area, you look me up, and we'll be warlords together when everything pops off. We'll watch each other six. Tactical Coffee TV, sup peeps. I rock the Beretta 92X Defensive. I already told her I was live. She come over here trying to look in the camera. Austin, Texas. Oh, nice. Well, as a fellow Texan, what up, homie? Also, Austin, Texas needs to get firebombed. All right, bye. Shoot. Shoot. They can't see you. The camera's pointed at me, goober. Austin's kind of gone off the rails, to be honest. My kid said I might not be able to outrun the zombies. Really, I just need to lose a little bit and keep working the weights and doing my hikes. It depends on what kind of zombies, like Walking Dead zombies or World War Z zombies. Man, if that is something that you're like actively pursuing to make yourself better, both your body and your mind and your mindset, you are already like 90% better than the majority of the people out there. Every time I go out in public, if I go to the grocery store, even my job, these people are so lost. It's sad, really. I try my best to take people in, so to speak, that are willing to open their eyes and think outside the box. But man, it's piss poor how bad people are off. Like if something crazy really does happen, just stay off the streets for like a week and then you'll be good. Austin has, man, it's crazy here. Yeah, I was in Austin. It's been a minute. Like I never go to Austin by choice. I was there like a year or two ago. My wife was driving to the coast. No, to San Antonio. I don't know. She went through Austin and the car broke down, and we got her back home and the kids. And I drove down there with my mom to get a trailer and load the car up and bring it back so I could fix it and work on it. And it's just like not even homeless people, but there's just transients roaming the streets. They're all rocking iPhones and AirPods, trying to look like they're homeless, but they just want money so they can get high. Which I'm sure there's still great parts in Austin, but if you go downtown or that main strip going into the city part, it is sketch. Facts. I mean, I'll watch your back anytime. You're a fellow Texan, but also get the hell out of Austin as fast as you can. Seattle area problems are spreading out, getting closer to where I'm at. Yeah, that's a rough spot. My prayers go out to you, prepped father. We do what we can. You need to watch your back. Boycott Austin. After I made that trip to go down there and get that car and bring it back, that's when I pretty much decided like Austin, Dallas, and Houston for sure, 100% need to just get firebombed and turned into a parking lot and start over. And then in a close second is San Antonio, Waco, and parts of Fort Worth. San Francisco is literally hell. San Francisco is what the rest of the country is going to look like if we don't get shit back in order. When you have to download an app to navigate through all the feces, that's sad. And I know that because last year, me and a couple of buddies were just messing around, and we actually downloaded that app, and we were zooming in on the map over there in San Francisco, and it legit like has little homing beacons of where people poop on the road. It's ridiculous. 48 miles away from Seattle, and I've got farmland in walking distance from my door. It's blue hair and rainbows everywhere, out to change the world in a bad way. Is the farmland yours, or are you just saying that it's farmland? Damn. Maybe I'll head up there soon. We can collab. I'll bring my stuff. So that is something that I'm wanting to do, and I mean, right now the channel's not big enough. I can't quite facilitate it, especially now that it's just me running this thing. But that is something that I do want to do eventually. Is like, I guess I could choose. I don't think I would choose viewers at random because that seems a little bit unfair. But they're like Prepped Father, Firearms channel, Swamp Syndicate, Twin Arrows. Like, you guys have been around since the very beginning, and so like when the time comes and it is available, I do want to like round all you guys up, somehow get you all down to Texas, and we just do like a big ass range day and just have lots of fun. Everybody bring their guns and just do like a celebration. What's up from Tennessee? Birthplace of humidity. No, that's North Carolina. Not mine. Looking at stuff on the res side of the state, maybe 2 years away from buying outright, not being beholden to anyone. Holla! Oh, speak of the devil. There's old Swamp himself. Just got through talking about him. Hey, it don't matter if that farmland is yours or not. I do the same thing, and I'm actually trying to plan on doing a video on using Google Maps basically, and essentially start at your house and then slowly scroll out. And as part of, I don't want to say a bug out plan, but it is just advantageous to know geographically what's around you, obviously. But I'm talking like topographically, so you know what kind of terrain that you might encounter if you have to go out on foot. But then also, it's those like little bitty details that people never think about, like when we prep for doo-doo hits the fan and doomsday and all that. Like, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, I want to have plenty of toilet paper or something to wipe my ass with. That's like goal number one. And people don't think about shops and stores and buildings that you see on the way to your regular destinations every day. A metal fab building over here. Well, chances are they've got a bathroom. Shoot, raid that thing and get some TP. They might have a break room. You can go in there and take you some old ass ground coffee. Coffee filters. You can use coffee filters for different stuff. just little pockets of resource rich environment, like variables like that a lot of people just think right over the top of it. Just provide the brewskis. That's what we need to do, a video on how to make shit hit the fan hooch. Small town is the way to go. I retired from Marine Corps and got far away from any major city. Yep, I agree with you 100%. I have like this channel is not big by any means, and I have more subscribers than there are people in the town that I live in. So that shows you how small it is. WTT, we're in Tennessee. I was born and raised outside of Knoxville. Made friends with farmers, started helping them out to make friends. They teach things, and I buy veggies and meat from them, so I already have those contacts and relationships. That's 100%. That's a win right there. Because if doo-doo hits the fan, knowing those farmers and having those contacts, you can always barter stuff or take each other in and provide for each other when things go down. You know, you're talking about an area study for resources and capabilities. Yes, 100%. That is correct. I was a recruiter in Knoxville from 07 to 10. I live in southern middle Tennessee, 35 minutes from Alabama to the border. This is the other thing I love about this community is like everybody's already connecting, like making contacts, networking, uh, just sharing. Like that's what we need way more of right now is people reaching out and making connections and making homies instead of making enemies. I got to roll and do a family dinner thing, quality time, no devices at the table. We'll try and jump back after if I don't make it. All y'all take care. Safe. You as well, Prep Father. Thank you for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Tell your family that we said hello. Stay safe, buddy. Get in here and update a couple of more things. What else y'all been up to? Timothy Barber, what is that? Harambe? We got gorillas in Tennessee. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. People are gonna be like, "Oh, that's racist." Definitely gonna have a lot more stuff coming out now that it's not freaking stupid hot. Our range has a lot of trees and brush around it, and so when we do go to the range to film and shoot and all that, there's like no air moving. It's hot as balls, and then I end up smelling like soured corn. Black Flag Gorilla. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I like that. Anytime I see a gorilla, I automatically go to Harambe, so that's my bad. Just got the Arkin EP8 LPVO for one of my ARs. If you haven't checked it out yet, y'all should. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Arkin. It's like all that's in my feed right now. My main issue is that my community mag dumps into trash. Say I'm trained, ready for those chameleons. My range is underwater right now. Swamp. What? Texas suck. What does that mean? No good places to ruck and gear and train out here. I want to go back to Wyoming. Oh, well. I mean, Wyoming's pretty nice. Like, if I was not able to live in Texas, Wyoming would be pretty bussin'. I would like Wyoming or Alaska. But also, I have like some weird, irrational, subconscious fear that Yellowstone, if it erupts, I don't want to be near it. And like right now, where I live, I'm at the very, very, very edge of the ash cloud. That's like one of my irrational fears. Very nice to bust caps. The only thing about Wyoming, though, is yeah, there's like no such thing as CQB or truck guns. It's like everybody's rifle is a 26-inch with a telescope on it in order to hit anything. So this Sunday's video is going to be um, one of my buddies that I was talking about earlier that's already into firearms, but he's going full tilt into how hardcore like people like us are in firearms. He's wanting to get into a new EDC setup, and so um, I hooked him up with one of the FFLs that we've done a couple episodes for. And we went out and shot a dagger, and then my dad came out, and we just had a all around kind of good time at the range, blowing stuff up. So that one's coming up. I am hopefully this weekend going out to film the rebuttal for that thermal. Um, I think I learned more from that thermal video from you guys than going out and actually using it. We had thermals at my last job that were flipped side co-witness, but they did not teach us at all about collimating. I think that's how it's pronounced, collimating. And the feedback from that video, everybody explaining basically to me how it works, I was like, dang, that's freaking awesome. So yeah, that sight mark Wraith will not work as a clip-on, which kind of sucks. But I went ahead and mounted it on my AUT-6 and confirmed 0 last time we went out. And so I'm probably going to go out and get some more footage with that. Um, I don't know. It's if I make it its own video, it's probably not going to be very long because I don't want to beat a dead horse. Everybody knows what thermal is now. Um, so I might just showcase like all the options and stuff that the actual unit, thermal unit has. But I'm going to start working on that. And then I don't know if any of you guys watch Kentucky Ballistics. I love watching it with my kids. But the episodes where he does Kentucky Roulette, I absolutely love those videos, and so we're gonna do Texas Roulette with my dad and my buddy Paul, and so that'll definitely be fun. And we're also going to get to play with some tannerite, so y'all definitely have to check that out. I live in a suburban area. I have land, and I'm guessing you meant to say abandoned airport and not abdomen airport. Oh, I have an airport on my abdomen. Not gonna lie, I didn't think I would miss Wyoming, but when I transferred to San Antonio for work, I missed the hell out of it. But Wyoming has a lot of like-minded guys that actually run their kits. There's a lot of that here in Texas, Mr. Timothy Barber. Um, I understand where you're coming from, so I ain't knocking that. Uh, I'm guessing you're stationed in, what is it, Lackland? What's the? I know there's an Army and an Air Force base down there in San Antonio, I think. I know McConnell's is up in Fort Worth. That's where all the F-16s and then the what is it? McDonnell Douglas? No, Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin has the F-35 contract up there. We have family in San Antonio. I'll actually be there in not this weekend, but next. Uh, and it almost sucks as much as Austin does. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel you on that one. Randolph. Randolph, go. The hard part I find on like-minded guys that will run their kits is finding people like that that will do that consistently. Um, like I get everybody's schedule is busy from time to time. We got families and work and all that stuff, but a large percentage of the guys that I used to train with, they just peter out. They'll come to the range with you one or two times and have fun with all their kit on, and then when it comes time to like go do nothing but PT and like really put the effort in to start training, they don't want to have nothing to do with any of that. They just want all the cool guy stuff. I have a hard time of getting my churchmen together to kit up. They are so heavy and know nothing about sustainability. What can I do? Bro, that's awesome that you said that. Because that is something that I am currently working on. Is the church that I go to is called Stonewater, and they're really big about small groups, which I think is a very important thing to have. Um, and so they have 419 different themed small groups, and it's small groups based off of your scheduling, but where you are in your walk in life. So whether you're married with young kids, married with kids that have left the house, all that. Well, they just started a small group with guns, um, but not very many people have signed up for it. But I also think it's just like dudes going out to somebody's property and just plinking. And so I've been talking with the pastor and stuff, and what I want to try and do is get a small group started of dudes that just want to go out and put in the work. Um, you know, super PT oriented, like rucks, hiking, state parks, um, all the uncool stuff that weeds the unmotivated out. But then also tying everything back in and doing, some team stuff inside buildings or actually going out to the range and putting a curriculum together to where guys are actually pushing themselves to be better. So that is a hard one. I don't know how. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all understand what I'm getting at. Some churches, it's kind of taboo to be prepped and actively thinking about, stuff that could go bad in the world. Don't beg other men to train. Oh, yeah. I agree with that 100%. That's why I'm pretty much by myself on this channel now. Focus on you. Yep. You have a valid point. People being consistent is rare. Very rare these days. It's been fun, but it's family dinner time. Have a great night, y'all. See you later, Timothy. Thank you for stopping by. Black Flag Harambe. My group does our own run and gun for money. I love that everybody always forgets about FireGuard, PT, maps. Dang, come on, guys. These are your kids. Yeah, that's how I would always weed people out. Uh, so I was at work and I worked night shift. I was at work for the 2020 election, and me and all my buddies were watching the election uh, as it happened, and then we watched that freaking spike go straight up out of nowhere, and that's when we knew all hell was about to break loose. And that night, we started a Discord group chat, and we started inviting everyone that we thought was like-minded that wanted to be a part of our organization, whatever you want to call it. And we had close to about 20 people that had, signed up. They said they wanted to be a part of it. And our only stipulation, my stipulation for it was everybody had to be married or previously married and had to have kids. Because I wanted everybody mentally to be in the same boat as far as what they had to lose. And that's something that we don't think about. Um, Nothing against young bucks that aren't married or don't have kids, but man, when you have kids, it really does change your mindset where you've got more of that selfless mentality where you think of others before yourself, and that's what a team needs the most. So that was my only stipulation, and we had about 20 guys. We went out and did our first training session. I think 15 of us made it, and that's where we actually kitted up, did some drills, and then some worked on formations as far as like a wedge, file, just simple movement drills, getting to know each other a lot better. And then from that, it was almost weekly that I was taking guys out on hikes at our local Texas State Park, and that was where dudes started dropping off. They didn't want to have anything to do with the PT and the exercise and the camaraderie with that. All they wanted to do was just for a couple of hours put on their kit and go shoot some targets. And so it weeded it down to where there was less than 10 of us, then about 5 of us, and then I could probably call up a couple of them if I needed their back, but yeah, it's pretty rare finding guys that will commit. One guy even said he would drop the affluent members from the church and read their stuff. Don't know if he was kidding, but he never came to church. I think Pastor knew what was up. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I wouldn't. That dude's trust and faith, I think, is in himself and not on God. That's weird. Sup, G? Let's go! Twin arrows in the house. I just got to talking about you and Swamp earlier. And then you drop in the bowl with us. Pain and suffering builds the best team builder. That is correct. That is correct. You can learn how to shoot later. You can learn how to do cool guy stuff later, but trust is the absolute foundation of everything. Oh, trust, accountability. If I tell you I'm going left, I better be going left. Oh man. I got freaking work Saturday too. That's gay. I don't want to. I can train you to shoot. I can train loyalty. Just finished cutting the grass in full kit. Man, I feel good. Dang. I wish I could do that. They'd probably call the cops on me. Oh, that's why I mow mine at night with my nods on. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. WTT can't train loyalty. Oh, yeah, I was like, I can train you to shoot. I can also train you to be loyal. Because if you're not, I'll bend you over. Just plates and rig. No guns on it. This dude's out here mowing his yard. He's got a rifle on. I don't know what's happening. So, what are some ideas that y'all could give me on content to pump out that I'm not necessarily worried about the entertainment factors, but like the canine evasion video, that one did fairly well. Um, I had a lot of fun making that one, and that was in response to the drone evasion video that Flannel Daddy made, and that's something that we've been doing from the very beginning. That I want to keep doing is I want to put out content that not only gets the conversation going between me and you guys, but also you guys and you guys. Like to where we just have this huge network of information sharing. Um, but I've always been focused on like real world practical stuff where rubber meets the road. And so uh, I do take your guys's y'all's input seriously. I've done several videos that were inspired by comments from you guys and ideas from you guys. So would like to hear any ideas that y'all guys have, whether it's on this live stream or just throw it in the comments somewhere. Because whether it is me just showing my learning process of learning something new, or if it's something that I am somewhat proficient at that I can explain to other people and maybe help them learn better. Either way, um, I think this community and this channel is fairly humble. I feel like we all look out for one another for the most part. We all have each other's best interests in mind, and I really like that about this community. More comms info. Uh, Man, that's a hard one. Um, I've wanted to do more calm stuff. Um, like I got in the Fang gang and I got me a Bofang a while back, UV5R. I got the digital cable, downloaded Chirp, and I was able to program all my channels and stuff like that. But comms is such a what's the word? It's a hard subject because like I feel it's important, but at the same time, like, and y'all correct me if you think I'm wrong or off a little bit, but like in my mind, using comms right now when society is normal, everything's somewhat okay right now. Yeah, comms are just fine. Nobody cares about it to a certain degree, but the main focus of this channel is being prepared and preparing others and stuff like that. And if doo doo hits the fan to the degree that we are talking about and what we're preparing about, um, local law enforcement, military, even private citizens, they can track that stuff so easily. Like, I've worked hand in hand with HRT teams. I worked with San Antonio FBI SWAT, and they didn't let me go too hardcore into their systems. Like I could only look over shoulders briefly and whatnot, but their comm systems, it's all digital. It's on digital servers, and they can find you like that. And so that's why comms is kind of a I've never really dabbled in it too hardcore is because me personally, if doo doo hits the fan to where, martial law and it's go time, the first thing I'm leaving is my phone. And when it comes to radios, um, me and my family, we're using line of sight, just regular two-way radios. We're not using ham, um, nothing fancy encrypted. And I know that they can even bleed their channels over into line of sight stuff and pick it up. But that's where you're gonna have tight knit groups and keep the comms at an absolute just bare minimum to nothing. Because that's the first thing they're gonna for. Honestly, with phones, if you're gonna invade and take over a population, first thing you want to do is cut comms. That's tactics 101 so that they can't call for backup. So they're going to cut Wi Fi, they're going to cut GSM signal, all that's gone. But then everybody's still going to be trying to use their phones, and that's steadily putting out a signal on your location. So I don't know. I would like to get into that, but that's the same reason why I never got into like ATAC. And why I never got one of those little fancy flip down cell phone things is because, like, if crap happens, that's the first thing I'm eating is my phone. Old school dead drops, yeah, yeah, 100%. And I mean, at the same time, like, I'm just not super, super well versed in the radio stuff, in comms. And so it could be a lack of my knowledge that makes me fearful, but I've worked with enough guys that that's what they did for a living, and every single one of them I talked to, they were like, "Nah, we can find you in a heartbeat with that stuff." Uh, you know, Uncle Billy down the street that's a ham operator. Those dudes, they can triangulate your position. So if they can do it, then you know, big army and law enforcement can find you just as quick. Did you happen to watch the Tacticon Armament versus Focus Trip live stream? Yes, I didn't. I don't know what you mean by Focus Trip. Like I do watch quite a bit of stuff from Tacticon because I like those guys. Um, but no, I guess I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, it's a debate. What's up?
Are you almost done?
Yeah, what's up?
You have to pray with us tonight.
Okay. Go lay down. I'll be in there in a minute. You're a ridiculous child. He was basically saying their tourniquets are crap shot. Oh, I did see that one. I did see that episode. I didn't know that's what it was called. Yes, you can have it. Um, what is Focus Trip? Are you talking about T Rex? I thought it was T Rex that was talking about Tacticon. Like they got beef with each other. Go away, bro. Yelling at my kids. Ooh, boys. All right. Is the GunTube reviewer. He basically hates on anything that ain't Aero Precision or Geisley. Yeah, that sounds like freaking Lucas Botkin for sure. Just run what you got. Be good with what you got. Upgrade when you can. Well, boys and girls, I gotta go. I gotta start tucking the little small midgets in, and then wash my ass and go to bed. So, um, appreciate you guys stopping by and chatting it up with me. Always a pleasure. I love talking with you guys. We'll definitely start ramping the live streams up more because I do like touching base with you guys and talking and sharing stuff. It gives me the warm fuzzies on the inside. You as well, Swamp. Love you, bud. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.